broadcasting of these through local TV.
Okay, Liz?
And then there was that memorable afternoon in 1978 when Mother Angelica was struck by the small size yet powerful potential of a TV station in Chicago. A few years later, with $200 in hand and an unshakable trust in divine providence, Mother Angelica decided to transform what was to have been the monastery garage into what else? A TV studio. This was 1981, and the beginnings of the Eternal Word Television Network, EWTN. Always trusting in divine providence, it did not take long before Mother Angelica saw EWTN firmly established as a 24-hour television network in the United States, thanks to the generous and enthusiastic support of its viewers. The next step came in 1992, with the launch of its shortwave radio service, WEWN, thanks to the generosity of the late Mr. and Mrs. Pete Dirksen. At a touch of a button, EWTN instantly extended its reach to the entire globe, bringing Catholic radio programming to the farthest corners of the world. Finally, beginning in 1995, EWTN gradually expanded the scope of its television service with the launch of a number of satellite transmissions to different parts of the globe. Today, using the latest technology, EWTN's television and radio programming is available around the clock, across the globe, via cable and satellite, reaching millions of souls in North America, Africa, the Pacific Rim, Europe, and the UK. In Latin America and Spain, EWTN provides a 24-hour radio and television service in the Spanish language. But we're not only on the air, we're also online. Since 1996, EWTN's own website has been offering a variety of internet services, including real audio and video, never more than a keystroke away. As in the first days, EWTN continues to operate based on the generosity of its donors, while in turn offering its programming free of charge to distributors via satellite, cable, or broadcast TV and radio. The Holy Father has called us to a new evangelization. EWTN's mission is to respond to that call by putting the media at the service of the gospel. But behind the state-of-the-art facilities and the intense activity of the staff is prayer and trust in divine providence, the secret to EWTN's success.
Now that you know how EWTN got its start, let's take a look at the facility. Our tour begins at the front desk.
Welcome to EWTN. One of the brothers will be with you shortly.
From here, we proceed down a hallway where much of the editing and operational equipment is located. EWTN now uses the latest digital editing systems to put together many of the programs that you see on the air. Just down the hall, you'll see the office where operators transcribe EWTN's programming. These transcripts are used for translations into other languages and also for closed captioning for the hearing impaired. Next door to transcription is the audio suite where those translations are then recorded in multiple languages.
Est promise à ceux qu'a éprouvé la tentation.
This gives EWTN the ability to broadcast in Spanish, French, German, and other languages.
Es un peregrinaje.
Next are more editing suites, and the main tape room, where all programs are recorded. Near the tape room is the camera control room. This is where the cameras are monitored during studio production, and the robotic cameras are controlled for the broadcasting of the daily Mass. If you've visited the chapel, you may have noticed these cameras mounted on the walls. The robotic cameras that are used in live events from the Shrine of the Most Blessed Sacrament in Hansville are controlled from this room as well. Moving along, you can see the file server, an all-digital, tapeless storage system that plays back our various program networks and also gives EWTN the capability to broadcast multiple satellite signals in many languages throughout the world. Across the hall, you'll see the console where we control satellite transmissions, along with the digital archive that stores all pre-recorded programs. Also in this area is the quality control room. Programs that are sent to EWTN from outside sources are reviewed here to ensure the highest quality picture and sound. The last stop in this section is the room where all on-air programs are monitored 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The Technical Operations Center. This is where the file server is controlled so that each EWTN satellite network stays up and running. The dishes that send the signals up to each satellite are located behind the network building. More and more dishes have been added over the years to accommodate EWTN's global broadcasting efforts. We now go to the part of the facility that is most recognizable to our viewers, the studio. This is where most of our live and original programs are produced. Space is at a premium, so wall facades are often finished on both sides. Also, to maximize the use of the studio, several live show sets actually occupy the same area. This corner of the studio is constantly being transformed into sets for each new EWTN original series. Our set crew strives to make every new set unique and complementary to the theme of each series. Next to the studio is the main control room, where the production staff keeps everything running smoothly. Papal visits, live events, as well as weekly EWTN live shows and pre-taped series are all directed from this area. From camera angles to audio levels to viewer call-ins, this is the heart of EWTN's behind-the-scenes activity. There are a few other places we'd like to highlight that you don't see on the regular network tour. In another part of the building is our online services department. This is where EWTN's website is constantly updated and maintained for the thousands of online visitors we get each day. When you call or write EWTN with a question or comment, you reach the Viewer Services Department, which handles hundreds of incoming calls and letters every day. Those letters are processed by the EWTN mailroom, which also sends out our monthly program guide. The mailroom works closely with the print shop, which prints the program guide and other materials for the network. Another EWTN department that corresponds with many of our viewers is the Religious Catalog Fulfillment Center. If you order a Holy Reminder during the Religious Catalog show, this is where it is carefully packed and shipped. Another major facility is the EWTN Global Catholic Radio Network, which is one of the largest shortwave operations in the world. Just 15 miles south of the main campus, EWTN Global Catholic Radio can be heard on AM and FM stations in the United States and on audio services internationally. Listeners can also pick us up on shortwave radio almost anywhere around the globe.
Thanks for coming to EWTN. I hope you enjoyed your visit, and please come again soon.
That does it for our tour of EWTN's broadcast facilities. Through God's providence and loyal support of viewers like you, EWTN continues to flourish and grow. One of the recent milestones at EWTN was our 20th anniversary. On August 15th, 2001, Mother Angelica hosted a very special edition of Mother Angelica Live to commemorate the event. During the show, a plaque was unveiled revealing a gift from Pope John Paul II.
Now we have a little surprise for you.
We do indeed.
This big green behemoth behind me here, this is not a tree. This is a little something from the Vatican.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
It is a blessing from the Holy Father.
What do you
And it says, the Holy Father, upon him. And it says, John Paul II eternally imparts his apostolic blessing to the Eternal Word Television Network on the occasion of its 20th anniversary of foundation.
Beautiful.
As a pledge of heavenly favor.
Another recent event was the launch of a new satellite feed into Canada. Now, all areas of North America can receive EWTN through local cable operator or direct broadcast service providers. EWTN also expanded its existing service in Africa to include India, where we hope to reach millions of souls. With God's blessing and your prayers and generosity, EWTN will continue its mission and Mother's vision of sharing the splendor of truth.